What's up, everyone? I'm back at y'all with another video. Now for this one, I'm ranking all 8 of the Conjuring universe movies. So yeah, those of y'all that have watched my videos for a while know that I'm a big fan of the Conjuring universe. Of course, there's some that's definitely better than others, but overall, I just love this franchise. This is probably my favorite, like my top 3 favorite horror franchises, the Conjuring universe. So yeah, this franchise to me is very unique. So yeah, now let's begin. Coming in at my number 8 is the first Annabelle. This movie felt the cheapest out of all of them. This movie felt the low budgetest out of all of them. This movie, the jump scares wasn't even great. This movie just felt like a worthless cash grab. This one did, but the other ones I feel like didn't feel like a cash grab that much. But this one's the only one, in my opinion, that actually felt like a cash grab. So yeah. Coming in at my number 7 is The Curse of La Llorona. Now, this movie does have some good things going for it. Of course, you have the director Michael Chavez, he's also did the new Conjuring movie. So I was skeptical going into that movie, which is, you'll see The Conjuring 3 much higher on the list. The Curse of La Llorona, it does have some good jump scares. Does have some good mood and atmosphere. And that's about it. Like, the story just ain't great. The story just ain't great. Like, I've heard it's based on a true story in a way, but it's just, like, this movie's just kind of boring. You know, this movie's kind of boring. Of course, it ain't nearly as bad as the first Annabelle, but this movie's just kind of boring. So, yeah. Coming up at number 6 is The Nun. Now, this movie's way better than what people give it credit for, because I love the mood and atmosphere. It has some of the best mood and atmosphere in the whole franchise. I love the cinematography in this movie. I love the jump scares in this movie. And I actually enjoyed the acting quite a bit. That's about it. That's all that was going for it. The rest of the movie's kind of boring and bland and not interesting, you know, because you're going off from The Conjuring 2, which is The Nun, so iconic, and you get to this movie. So, but this movie's way better than the first Annabelle and Curse of La Llorona, but it still is not a great movie. Now, from here on out, these are all-time greats. Like, these movies are all-time greats. For real. So, yeah. Coming up at number 5 is Annabelle Comes Home. Now, this movie is way better than the first Annabelle and Curse of La Llorona and The Nun. Way better than those movies. Because I love the mood and atmosphere in this movie. I love the story that they told about Annabelle can control all these haunted objects in that little museum at Lorraine Warren's house. So I do love that about this movie. So yeah, like, I have a little bit of negatives in this movie, you know. Like, there's some things they could have done better, but it's still a pretty decent movie, you know. It's pretty damn good. Coming in up at number 3 is 4 is Annabelle Creation. Now, Annabelle Creation is pretty damn scary. Now, this movie does have some great jump scares, and it had that slow burn build up, and you got that tension that keeps building and building and building. And this movie is a definition how to make a good spinoff. This movie was great. This movie was definitely a great spinoff in the Conjuring universe. Coming in at my number 3 is The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. I didn't expect this to be in my top 3 in the franchise, but it is in my top 3. I only watched it once so far, so it can move down. But yeah, this movie was great. I like how they aged Patrick Wilson via Farmiga, because they're portraying, of course, Lorraine Warren, and they had to make him look a little older because around that time Annabelle Warren started getting a little old. So yeah, they tried to age him up a little bit. And this movie has decent jump scares, you know, but the story, they concentrated mostly on the good story in The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It is a really good film. I didn't think it would be in my top 3 in the franchise, but it did. Because Michael Chavez, this was a huge step up from The Curse of La Llorona. So that was awesome. I didn't expect it to be in my top 3. So yeah, it's freaking amazing. If you haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend y'all watching it. It's freaking amazing. So coming in up, and if you want to hear my full thoughts, I have the review up on YouTube right now. So please check that out. Coming up number 2. Now these two were difficult. Like I'm like, which one of these I should put at number 1 or number 2? Because these movies, in my opinion, are masterpieces. And I love these two movies so damn much. These movies are so close to my heart. I love these movies. So yeah, and James Wan's a master. Like, he can craft jump scares and make them so effective. Like, he's just a master at what he does. So yeah, coming out with number 2 is the original Conjuring movie. Now to me, this movie's a classic. This movie's going to be remained as a classic. This whole entire Conjuring universe feels like a classic to me. So, the original Conjuring movie, it had to be somewhere. Like, it had to be the number 1 or number 2, obviously. This movie has some great mood and atmosphere. It had that, to me, this movie had that 80s vibe. Like, it had that, they captured that 80s vibe in this movie. And that's a big reason why I love this movie so much. And, of course, Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson did an amazing job as Annabelle Warren, like they always do. And the jump scares in this movie were great. The tension that kept building and building and building throughout this movie, great. Masterpiece. The original Conjuring movie is a damn masterpiece, in my opinion. Now, coming in at my number 1, like this is mostly either on people's number 1 or number 2. So, coming in at my number 1 is The Conjuring 2. This movie had everything that I love about the Conjuring universe. Great jump scares. This had the best mood and atmosphere and the best cinematography in the entire franchise. And Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson did an amazing job once again, like they always do in all these movies. And this movie, I freaking love. One of my favorite horror movies of all time is The Conjuring 2. This movie never gets old. I can rewatch it over and over and over again. It had a great ending in this movie. I just freaking love the hell out of this movie. That's why it had to be in my number 1, because I just freaking love it. It's one of the most rewatchable horror movies ever made. I love it. James Wan did an amazing job, and he makes all the characters in this film smart. That's another reason why I love it so much, and that's another reason why it's in my number 1. Because James Wan managed to make all his characters smart. Because most of the horror movies, they make the characters kind of dumb. In The Conjuring 2, all these characters are freaking smart. So, yeah, and I love the ending. I love the opening scene. I love everything about this movie. There's no slow parts whatsoever. This movie's like 2 hours and something, and it felt like it just flew by. Like, before I know it, boom, it's over. This movie is great. This movie is a damn good movie. I enjoy everything about it. That's why that one is in my number 1 spot. Conjuring 2 is in my number 1 spot. Love this damn movie. So yeah, let me know in the comments below. If y'all seen The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, how would y'all rank all the Conjuring movies in the Conjuring universe? I would like to hear y'all's thoughts. How would y'all rank the Conjuring universe movies? I would like to see how y'all would rank y'all's. So yeah. And if you've seen The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, let me know what y'all thought of the movie. Was it good? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I would love to hear y'all's thoughts in the comments below. So yeah, I guess that's it for this video. If y'all enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, please subscribe and share. And also hit the bell so you know when new videos are uploaded. Peace out. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. And I'm out. Peace.